It started as a dazzling West End revival, a musical comeback set to cement Rachel Zegler's place as not just a Hollywood darling, but a global stage icon. But what no one expected was how fast things would turn. From sold-out headlines to street-level controversy, the buzz around Rachel's performance in Evita quickly spiraled into something darker, more chaotic, and far more personal. And then came the moment that set the internet ablaze, a whispered threat from Rachel herself to leave London entirely, followed by a jaw-dropping, brutal statement from a figure many believed to be the mayor. Was this diva behavior, or just a young star crumbling under pressure? The truth, as always, is far more complicated than the headlines. Rachel Zegler's rise to fame has been meteoric. From a YouTube teenager covering show tunes in her bedroom to being handpicked by Steven Spielberg to star in his reimagined West Side Story, her journey has been nothing short of surreal. Her Golden Globe win was only the beginning. The industry labeled her the next big thing, and yet, as her name appeared on bigger billboards and more glamorous red carpets, the criticism began to build just as fast. Critics said she was arrogant. Online trolls picked apart her interviews, her roles, even her tone of voice. And when she was cast in Disney's live-action Snow White reboot, the backlash exploded. Suddenly, this young woman who had represented diversity, talent, and progress became a lightning rod for internet fury. And it didn't stop there. When Rachel signed on for the lead in the new West End production of Evita, expectations were sky-high. She was the youngest actress ever to take on the role in London, and it was framed as a bold, modern revival. But behind the scenes, the pressure cooker was already heating up. Insiders whispered about creative clashes, long rehearsals, and Rachel reportedly being difficult to work with. Then came the incident that changed everything. During one of the early previews, the crowd grew restless. There were murmurs from the balcony, then audible boos. A moment that should have been triumphant turned sour in seconds. Rachel visibly flinched on stage, struggled to continue singing, and then reportedly left the stage in tears. The video footage, blurry and shaky, made its rounds on social media within minutes. And by the next morning, a new narrative had taken hold. Rachel Zegler had threatened to walk out of the entire production. Paparazzi photos soon showed Rachel walking alone through Covent Garden, eyes hidden behind dark sunglasses, face tense. A leaked backstage recording still unverified appeared to catch her saying, "I didn't come here to be disrespected like this. I'm not a punching bag." Whether it was real or not, it only added fuel to the fire. And when she skipped a major cast event the following night, speculation hit a boiling point. Had Rachel already packed her bags? But then, out of nowhere, came a plot twist. Rachel showed up to the next performance. Not only did she return, but she delivered what some called her strongest performance to date. Gone was the hesitation. Her voice soared, her posture radiated power. And when she belted out "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina," even critics admitted it gave them chills. Was it redemption, a final goodbye, or something else entirely? In the days that followed, Rachel posted a cryptic message to her Instagram story. A black screen, 3 words. "They don't know." No explanation, no follow-up. Her fans claimed it was a clapback to the press. Her haters called it narcissistic. And theater insiders, they remained silent. The uncertainty only added to the mystique. So, what really happened here? Was this a young star cracking under pressure? A case of miscommunication turned PR nightmare? Or a calculated move to stir buzz around a production that desperately needed ticket sales? We may never know, but one thing's clear: Rachel Zegler doesn't do anything quietly. Whether it's taking on iconic roles or facing the court of public opinion, she plays every scene like it matters. And this chapter in her story may end up defining her more than any film or musical ever could. As for the so-called mayor's statement, the mystery remains. Some say it was fabricated clickbait, others believe someone in local government made the comment off the record. What's undeniable is how fast a rumor can become a headline and how quickly the world chooses sides. In today's celebrity landscape, the line between truth and narrative is blurrier than ever. Rachel Zegler walked into London expecting a stage. What she got was a spotlight, one that never turns off. And as for London, the city doesn't forget. If Rachel stays and thrives, she could become a legend. If she leaves, her time there will be remembered as a cautionary tale. A star who flew too close to the footlights. The real question now: will Rachel rise from the ashes of this scandal, or will it follow her into every performance from here on out? Only time and the audience can decide. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Because at the Celebs Empire, we don't just follow the drama, we live it. Was it real? According to multiple sources close to the production, Rachel was devastated after the booing incident. One anonymous crew member claimed she told a member of the directing team that if the audience didn't want her there, maybe she should just go home. That one sentence, taken out of context, lit a match. Gossip sites twisted it into something dramatic. Rachel Zegler storms off set, Rachel threatens to quit Evita. And then the headline that shocked even her harshest critics, Mayor fires back after Rachel disrespects London stage. It sounded like something from a tabloid fever dream. But was there any truth to it? Let's clear something up. No official statement from the Mayor of London was ever released regarding Rachel Zegler. What did happen, however, was far more interesting. A city spokesperson reportedly commented on the backlash, saying, "The West End is a place of tradition, excellence, and resilience. It's not built for temporary tourists looking to control its legacy." The media ran wild with it, connecting the dots back to Rachel's rumored walkout and calling it a brutal mayoral clapback. But was it aimed at her directly? The spokesperson refused to elaborate. And with that silence, the internet filled in the gaps. Meanwhile, Rachel's fans rallied. Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit became battlegrounds for opinion. One camp said she was being unfairly targeted, another victim of the brutal double standards young women face in Hollywood and theater alike. She's 23 and carrying a legacy show on her back, give her a break. One fan tweeted, others were less sympathetic. One particularly harsh thread went viral, calling her entitled, ungrateful, and obsessed with being the victim. The fan base split, even theatergoers were torn. Some defended her performance, calling it soulful and moving. Others said she lacked the emotional depth needed for Evita and didn't command the stage the way the role demands. The producers, caught in the middle of a firestorm, issued a carefully worded statement praising Rachel's talent and dedication. But behind the curtain, rumors swirled of emergency meetings, understudy preparations, and tense negotiations. Could they really afford to lose the star before opening night? And more importantly, was Rachel even still emotionally invested in staying?